Hello, my brothers and sisters out there, my freedmen, my ADOS, FBA, African American, Black American, ADOS, Negro, whatever you want to call yourself, I'm talking to you, my people. Back with another video again on today, wanting to talk about an important issue that some of us feel or have mixed feelings about, and that is the term or the name African American. Now, a few years ago, I did a video about using this word African American and how much I hated the term African American because I knew what the meaning of that meant, and I really despised using that word. However, we understand that this was a term given to us in the late 80s by then candidate for president Jesse Jackson. But family, if you can go down and go back towards memory lane with me, I watch a lot of old shows. And when I mean old, I'm talking about The Jeffersons, Good Times, What's Happening, The Heat of the Night, all of the old things. And I would say shows that took place right at the beginning of the 90s or took place basically in the 80s and the 70s. I'm not that old in the 70s, but I was born in the 80s. So I watch a lot of good old American TV shows. What I've come to notice is that all of those TV shows are basically using the word Black American. Even in the movie, what's the name of that movie? Lean on Me. He said, I don't have to do nothing but stay what? Black and die. So that term black has been used for us for decades. Prior to that, we were known as Negro. But with that being said, in 1988, when Jesse Jackson was running for president, he came up with that word. Now, if you can remember also, I believe that word became strong and we began to really incorporate this African theory when A Different World came, the spinoff of The Cosby Show. When A Different World came out, they were at Hillman College, and remember, everybody was getting into this African movement thing. I remember it just as clear as day. Prior to that, we did not speak of African American, or we didn't even know the term African American. As a matter of fact, my grandmother will be turning 90 years old this year. I have a great aunt who passed away in 2024, and she never used the term African American. My grandparents never used that term with me. My great aunties and uncles never used that term with me. Some fought in several wars, never used that term with me. But again, that word was created in 1988, 1987, around that time. That name was forced on us. We didn't have any say about it. It was just, hey, this is what we're calling you now, and we just took it and ran with it. Fast forward to today. This is a term I really do not like using. Ever since I have been studying not only certain information about who we are and where we came from, that word was just too broad for me. However, bringing it back to today, when you see all of this discourse that's going on with so many different nationalities that are now in our house, which is the United States of America, the word African American really does mean those who came from the continent of Africa who are now living in the United States. That makes sense, right? Well, I'm thinking about not only today, but the future. With that being said, if we were to just totally dismiss the word or the name African American, then the next 15, 20, 30 years from now, we will have those that are from directly the continent to say that they are African American, and all of the literature, all of the documentations, all of the work that we have done since 1988 under the guise of African American will then be given to a different people who had nothing to do with any of the history that we have achieved, any of the accomplishments that we have achieved since 1988. So although I do wish that we never had this word, this is a word and this is a name that we can't just discard so quickly and so easily, because we already see how some people want to be us, how some people cosplay as us, and they're just waiting for us to discard this word so that they can use it. So I'm looking at it to where I don't consider myself an African American, but I will not allow any other nation to come into our house and take credit for the things that we have done since 1988, if that makes sense. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I know that some of us may not like that word, despise that word, but we just have to kind of grit our teeth and go with that word, because as a part of other names that we have. We have some names that we have designated for ourselves since then. So whatever it is that you're comfortable in going by all means, go by that. Freedman to me is just the umbrella of everything. It just describes us prior to the 1800s. But whatever name that you feel comfortable in using, please do so. But we, as freedmen, as FBA, whatever it is that you want to call yourself, we can't just throw away that word so easily, because there are people, there are groups, there are nations that are ready to pick that name up and run on with it as if they put in the work since 1988. What do you think about that? Please let me know. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, we are doing our prayer day, which will be every Friday through Saturday, starting at 5 p.m., ending Saturday at 5 p.m. That's where all of us will come together. Wherever you are, whoever you're with, we're just going to be sending up prayers during that specific time frame. So please let everybody know, spread the word. Let your churches, your mosque, whatever it is that you do, spread the word so that we can send up this energy so that we can get the results that we deserve. Love you, family, and I'll see you on the next video.